Kerry and I, working in libraries across Cannock and today we're going to be making a little black panther puppet. Now, anybody from Cannock Chase has heard of the big black cats that supposedly live in the forest. Now, they could be, and I don't want to get all Father Ted here, just cats that are very far away. Or they could be phantoms. We don't know. But you can create your very own phantom cat with our craft time. So let's go. So in order to make your panther, you're going to need the following items: some black felt, some pink felt, white pencil or pen, scissors, some googly eyes, or you can use the pink felt to make circles and put the eyes on, some pins and some craft glue. We're using Pritt Stick, but other glues are available. And the first thing you're going to do is take your white pen and draw a gingerbread man wearing a skirt type shape on your felt. It's really easy to do if you just start with a line here, draw around, put the skirt on, doesn't have to be super neat, and then draw a circle for the head. And there you go. And then you've got sort of this gingerbread man wearing a skirt shape, which will be your panther, promise. Then make sure that your felt is completely together and get your pins and put those through so that it's completely anchored, and then you can cut round, and this will mean that you won't get that weird skew whiffy shape as you're cutting out. So we'll do that now. And you'll have your general panther shape then, although it will look like a gingerbread man wearing a skirt until we put the ears on. But there we go. Then take the pins out and you can just turn it inside out on itself so that you're not showing the pen. And you can see mine's a bit ragged, and that's probably because my husband's been using my best craft scissors to open and cut things again. But we won't discuss that here. But you can just tidy up the edges if you want to, just make it look a little bit neater. If you have got the option to sew this or glue it, we're gluing it today, but you can sew it and then you would turn those inside out so you wouldn't have those raw edges. So what we're going to do next is we're going to glue all around the seams of our panther. So there you've got glue all around your seams, but we're not going to put the top part on yet because we need to make the ears. So we're going to pop that just to one side so it'll start to go a little bit tacky, because it always fixes a bit better once the glue's gone a little bit tacky. And we're going to get the offcuts. So we'll get the offcuts of the felt that we cut out, and we're going to just make some triangles and make some little ears. And again, the best way to do this is to place two pieces together and just cut a triangle shape. It doesn't have to be fancy, just a nice little triangle shape. And there you go. You've got your little ears. And then if you get your pink fabric and do the same, cut some triangles, but this time you want to cut some that are slightly smaller. Let me just tidy that bit up there. And the easiest way to do this is if you just turn your felt over and snip at the corners like that, and you'll get a nice little triangle, and then you can just cut it down to size so that it fits inside. So you'll have your 2 ears and your 2 little pink triangles to go inside. Then you want to get the bit of felt that you've glued and lay that down flat, and then get your glue again and just pop a bit onto the triangles. And pop those near the top so that the 2 points are close to the top, because this bit here is going to sit inside of your puppet. And do the same on the next one. You can tidy up the edges if you need to. So just pop those in there. And then take your ears and take your puppet and pop some glue on the front, just here, and then pop it just on the top of the head of your panther puppet. I do the same for the next one, and this will anchor it then to the front and the back so that the ears don't spring out. It's already starting to look like a cat. It's already starting now to look more like a panther and less like a gingerbread man. So that's very exciting. Then take the front of your puppet and gently lay it over the top, joining it up. Don't worry if your edges don't quite match, because you can tidy that up once the glue has dried. And just pat it down all the way around so that you've got your puppet nicely done. And the glue will, if you're using craft glue, it will dry clear. Then we want to do the face. So I'm using googly eyes because I quite like a nice googly eye. So we're going to pop one there. One there. And then we're just going to take a little bit of the triangle off-cut felt, snip it down to size, and put a little bit of glue on the back. And there you go. You've got a googly eye puppet. So there we have our little panther puppet with his little googly eyes. And once the glue has dried, you can cut around the edges, and then you can play with him. If you want to sew him, just sew up the seams. You can sew them all the way around the edges and have some raw edge seams, or you can turn him inside out. Or if you want to sew with children, a good thing to do is to put some hole punches all the way around and then let them thread some string through. So that's a nice way to sew with them. But here he is, the Black Panther of Cannock Chase. Bye.